Hello everyone, my name is Relax and Panic and this is another reaction to Hunter x Hunter. It is episode 51. And as always, if you want to see the reaction itself, just go down into my descriptions, follow the links, replace the parentheses dot parts with real dots, and enjoy. Once you've done, feel free to come back here to hear my thoughts about this awesome episode. So, see you soon. To those that came back, welcome back! And let's check on that versus, because I'm not sure about all of them. So let's see, right? Ignoring everything else that happened, I have to talk about those first. So the calendar loses the precious component, pretty clear, Uvo. No question there, right? Then we have the the remaining months, in this case the spiders, gather to mourn, and they play a precious melody. The mourners play a melody. So, the melody of Uvo. Rage! Right? Be crazy, just go wild. Just have fun, right? Action non-stop. So that is the way that Uvo would have wanted it, and yes, by doing so, they honor him. I can see that. However, this is the one, oh, what an awesome picture, that I'm not sure about. While the 11th moon quietly rises. So, if I'm not wrong, there are 10 spiders, minus Uvo, 9. By the way, the exact same numbers as the assassins were in the beginning of the episode. Now, it's 2 less. So, the 11th moon quietly rises. This might be Kurapika. But I'm not sure. It's, unclear for me, right? It is, if you're going by the number of 10, the 11th would be someone who is able to join the spiders, and we had in the past, the one that kills a spider may inherit the position of this spider. So it might be Kurapika. And quietly, not so much in here. It might, however, still mean Hisoka as well, who's not joining in the fight. It might mean others. But as I said about this one, I am not sure who is meant. The 11th one, right? That's the first verse. Then, the chrysanthemum withers and falls. So, I guess this is about the mafia that is going down. And you can see that. I mean, they are being slaughtered by the dozens without really having a chance, standing a chance. To lie on the ground beside bloody scarlet eyes. So, there are multiple options here. The one is, it might mean that Kurapika is lying on the ground as well, which would be a problem, because that would mean that he's losing someone in the next episodes. But it might refer to the Scarlet Eyes from the past, who lay on the ground then as well, because they were slaughtered by the spiders as well. So sure, it might just mean that all the guardsmen and the mafia is going down, the dons, right? So it might look good for the spiders. However, that here is a finger point for the spiders, and I'm not sure if they get it. The fact that, why are the Scarlet Eyes mentioned? That's way in the past. What do they have to do with that? It is about Kurapika, that he's there to get them. I will see. We will see if or if not they got this little information out of it. But you will remain supreme. So, that is about the leader. About, as we now know, Frollo Lucifer. Play with words with Lucifer, right? It's a weird name. Sure. He will remain supreme, which means he will stay the leader. Not automatically mean that he will stay victorious, right? Although... Where is it? No, wait. Even after losing half your limbs. That's a major one. So, that... I mean, not much. I already said it. Either he loses half of his real limbs, or he loses half of his men. which I think is more likely. I think the half of the spiders will die within the next episodes. I mean, is major competition. There are assassins out there who are really good at what they do. I guess so, right? At least some of them. And Kurapika is on the hunt as well. So I'm pretty sure he will lose half of his men, is what he means. Enjoy the interlude in the meaning of, right, something changed. And wait a second. Search out new allies, which he needs then. Okay. And someone is waiting in, in the east. So there was a mentioning of go towards the east and you will find one who awaits you. Now I think that is a trick. That's a mean one. So search new allies. Go to the east. Might still be, right? Not what he's about to do, and that's fine. You will find one who awaits you. Does not really have to refer to the ally. And that they show Hisoka at this moment might mean that Hisoka is waiting for him. And we know that he wants to fight him. So the one that is awaiting him does not have to be an ally. It might be an enemy. So I kind of have the inkling that it may be that Hisoka and possibly Kurapika then as well will fight the boss after all has happened. I'm not sure if they will win there. This you will stay supreme might even refer to then. We will see. But that's a little bit the one that awaits him, I guess, is Hisoka waiting for him. Because once the boss is alone, he will want to try to fight him. And thus we know that the boss will lose half his limbs, half his people. It is a perfect time, right? So my ideas about this. As I said, the 11th one I'm not sure about, but I guess we will learn soon. I think that's the main thing. We have multiple things happening in the show, which is okay. So Neon escaped and walked together with the boss, which was interesting. I really needed some time to be sure who he is. I was unsure, right? But in the end, yes, it was clear he's the head of the spiders. She made him a fortune, which is clever. I mean, after knowing that there is someone like her, you would want something like that, right? It can help you so much. I think he took a liking of her, although he still is who he is, and that is a cold-blooded killer. He said it to the one assassin that caught him, "We are alike, we love to kill." And as it seems, he won. I'm still not sure about which abilities he has. Those fish he is able to summon are, yeah, not the nicest, right? Eating the flesh of living beings. We have seen some more of the abilities of the spiders. Those we already know. So the dart. But I love the dart. This whole idea, what he's able to do with, not that he only can control the body like a puppet there. He can even make him talk what he wants him to talk. So that is for whatever kind of organization that wants to go in somewhere or trick people, that is a perfect ability. It's really, really good. We had the call-in of the ambulance. I really thought those would be the spiders. It seems like not. They just bulldozed in, as Uvo would have done, right? We have met the 9 assassins. 2 of them are already dead. Some look kind of interesting, you know, with the mask and the guy with the, I think it was purple hair to the side. It may sound mean, but once you have characters with a little bit more character design that falls out of the ordinary, you think they might be more efficient, more crafty, whatever, right? They're more fleshed out. There's more ideas in it. While those guys who looked more, well, plain, did not really even show up. So there was this one guy who looked like Mr. Everyone and just had a scar. He was one that was killed first. We just saw him when he was already dead with, you know? The one that was more like a military type, who was a little bit more fleshed out, was the one we followed along for a minute at least. And those characters who are crazier looking, weirder looking, where you see that there's more thought into, will possibly have a bit more of screen time in fights, I guess. So, but it's a typical thing, you know, in series in general. If there's a character that looks not completely normal, this might be interesting, right? Like every one of the guardsmen, you know, has just a dress, different face, but nothing special, dress and a Tommy gun or stuff like that. So that's a typical red shirt, right? He's like, okay, those are not important. However, the moment one has a weird hair or golden embroidery somewhere, or like the boss, you know, those earpieces and stuff like that, you know, there's something more. Last but not least, as I said, the assassins are there. 7 are still left. They go solo, which I think is a major stupidity. I mean, for those who are really, really good, I can understand that they don't want to be spoiled in their game by others. But we have seen that solo ones, they are no competition. At least not for the boss. Who, by the way, the first time ever is going alone right now. Just saying. But the best thing here about this episode clearly was the music. I loved that. The composition of bringing in music, and he was even there directing it, right? With violence is something we have seen in a lot of movies in the past, I guess. But there is something special because it is this weird mix of violence and bloodshed and murder here, and killing. And on the other hand, this classical music, who is pumping its very own way, and it's not fitting in. You hear no gunshots, you hear no screams, but that's why it is on a different level frightening. And I like that in movies in the past as well, this mix. It really goes well together. It shows you that at least the boss here is drawn back from the real happening. To him, it is the requiem for Uvo. That it's what it's about. And yeah, that was good. That really was good. So in the intro, you could see that the spiders were shown one by one. So I can see why you wanted it to be watched. But the episode in general was really, really good. That's it from me this time. I hope you liked it. I did for sure. And until the next time, feel free to comment, like, and subscribe. My name is Relax and Panic. Goodbye and out.